What if I told you that a single document transformed the course of modern medicine? A single piece of paper that, beyond its frail texture, became the godfather of modern vaccination. This voyage across the pages of human history will introduce you to how science met courage and how humanity won. Welcome to Chronicles of Human History, the channel where every anecdote feels like a miniature epic. Stick around, because today we peel back the layers of a groundbreaking entrance in medical history. We talk about the document that unleashed the power of vaccination. Close your eyes and picture England at the turn of the 19th century. The year was 1796, a time when medical science was still tethered to superstitions and outrageous theories. It was a grim era. Smallpox, often described as the speckled monster, rampaged through cities with no care for age or status. No family was untouched, yet no remedy seemed to work. Enter our protagonist, Dr. Edward Jenner. Jenner wasn't just an ordinary doctor. He was a thinker, a careful observer with a streak of defiance against established norms. Hailing from the rural town of Berkeley, Edward Jenner had a fascination like none other. His attention was caught by an odd rumor circulating among dairy farmers, a whisper that people who contracted cowpox, a relatively mild disease, never seemed to contract the deadly smallpox. But talking about breakthroughs takes us to a fateful spring day in May 1796. Upon encountering a dairymaid named Sarah Nelms, whose hands bore the telltale marks of cowpox, Dr. Jenner drafted a plan destined to redefine the boundaries of medicine. And here's where the story gets extraordinary. Jenner decided to conduct what would be termed an ethical impossibility today, but back then was considered bold innovation. This is where an 8-year-old boy named James Phipps enters the spotlight of history. Jenner took material from Sarah Nelms' cowpox sores and inoculated young James, a testing moment filled with uncertainty. Was Jenner trying to rewrite the rules of nature? Despite controversy, it worked. James developed a mild illness but emerged immune to smallpox. But here's an unsung hero of this narrative: a parchment. The document Jenner crafted was no ordinary medical note. Titled, "An Inquiry into the Causes and Effects of the Varioli Vaccini," this was Jenner's magnum opus. In these 75 pages, Jenner painstakingly documented his experiments, argued his case for vaccination, and predicted its far-reaching significance, not confined to England but capable of ending smallpox universally. The word vaccination itself derives from the Latin vacca, meaning cow, an enduring homage to Jenner's simple yet world-altering observation. But don't go thinking Jenner's revelation was met with applause. Oh no, the medical community fought him tooth and nail. Jenner's findings were called heretical, risky, even immoral. Pseudoscientists painted cartoons mocking Jenner, depicting people sprouting cow-like features after inoculation. Yet this was only the beginning. Jenner's opponents underestimated how compelling his document was. It transcended charts and scientific jargon. It read like a manifesto for humankind's survival. Translations in multiple languages quickly followed. Respected figures began testing Jenner's methods, and one triumph after another lent unstoppable momentum to his creation. You might be wondering, how world-changing was this really? Well, here's some perspective. By the early 19th century, vaccination programs had spread to most of Europe. Napoleon himself called for his troops to be vaccinated, going so far as to give Jenner a medal. Yet even these unprecedented successes were just ripples compared to what came next. In 1967, the World Health Organization launched the Smallpox Eradication Program, tracing their methods directly back to Jenner's document. By 1980, smallpox was declared eradicated, an achievement unparalleled in the annals of human health. What would the world look like had Jenner's document slipped into obscurity? Imagine enduring travel restrictions permanently because viral threats haunted every corner of life. Imagine parents fearing daily for their children's lives. Society progressed not by accident, but because Edward Jenner imagined more when his colleagues resisted. There's something profoundly moving here about knowledge transcending fear. That's what Jenner gave us in his inquiry, a compact, logical argument bursting with hope. Jenner epitomized what it means to be human, aware of challenges yet stoically committed to alleviating others' suffering. And this exquisite tapestry threads to today. Every COVID-19 vaccine, every flu shot, each one finds its ancestors in these 75 pages. Jenner's legacy is a reminder that history isn't merely events stacked chronologically, it's cumulative attempts to build something better. And Jenner? He handed the human race a shield invincible. But let's go beyond facts. Imagine that moment in 1798 when the first printed copies of the Inquiry sailed across Britain. Imagine Edward Jenner watching skeptics clutch it, scanning his text with narrowed eyes, but emerging indelibly persuaded. What kind of thrill must Jenner have felt penning his final paragraph, knowing that those dainty quills might secure eternity? Remember, too, young James Phipps, a mere 8 years old, risking everything so the human race could wager less in future battles against disease. So, here's my challenge for you. Tap into your inner Jenner and question, innovate, leave doubt in the dust. Think of where we might venture, not just as individuals, but as torchbearers for coming generations. Let this story remind us that progress needn't come from grandiose laboratories. Sometimes it arises from countryside modesty and determined inquiry. Let us live not in denial nor despair, but in defiance. Write your parchment, whatever that means for you. See yourself not only as a participant in history, but its maker. Thank you for joining me on this expedition through the untold. From humble beginnings among dairy farms to reshaping global destiny, the vaccine story proves we are stronger together. What do you think? Could you have imagined being James Phipps or Jenner, taking such leaps of faith? Hit me up in the comments below. If stories like this fuel your curiosity, like, subscribe, and smack that notification bell so you won't miss more chronicles of human history. This has been Fascinating History, where the small details ripple into heroic revolutions. Until next time, seek the extraordinary. See you soon, my fellow history adventurers.